What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Coach Carl. Mr. 58 is the new 28. Thank y'all for logging in. Make sure when y'all log in, y'all hit the like button. Let's get this party started. Holla. Yeah. See, I got my JK bottle. Just kicking it. You feel what I'm saying? This is an organization in Hampton, Virginia, by this young lady, man. She doing a lot of big things, a lot of positive things in Hampton. Throwing a lot of youth events, a lot of Thanksgiving dinners, a lot of Christmas toys for the kids, all of that, man. Look it up online. Just kicking it. Holla at your boy, Coach Carl. Y'all know what time it is. And the water tastes good coming out this bottle. I ain't playing. What's good, y'all? Hey, man, I appreciate y'all logging in. I see the people popping in. Can y'all hit the like button? Hit that like button one time for your homie. And let's get this party started. It's New Year's Eve, man. We about to have some fun up here today. Y'all know what it is. We about to have some fun up here today. As y'all can see, I got on a sauna suit jacket. I got on a long john shirt underneath it. Because your boy was outside popping that bag. I was doing this routine with these 3-pound weights, man. Always adding to the muscles in my shoulders and my arms. I'm making myself cry a little bit outside, dog. That wind was blowing. I think I blamed it on the wind. I said the wind is all in my eyeballs, man, and got me out here crying. No, it was really me. It was really me, man. I'm just playing. It was really me. My shoulders was gone, dog. My shoulders was gone. Y'all know what it is. I ran 3.8 miles in the wind in 18 degrees. And then I came home and went out back and did what I had to do. So, with that being said, hey, look, it is what it is. And I appreciate y'all logging in. I see y'all logging in up top. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Even if you don't stay online, hit the like button anyway. Hit it. Let me know what's up. See how I move that head? You got to move that head. Get that head off the line. This the line right here. So if I threw my shots like this, you go ping me back. You hit me the same way I'm hitting you. So when you see a boxer outside shadow boxing, I used to laugh, man, because you see a lot of people outside in the parking lot shadow boxing, and they be like, who you gonna jab way out here and uppercut right here at the same time? Now, if you would have went like this, I would have thought you went in to get him. Or if you'd have went like this, means he came in to get you. You gotta look like a fighter. You gotta be a fighter. You gotta look like one. When y'all shadow boxing and working on y'all routines, make sure you move your head. Just like that. I appreciate y'all logging in, man. What's good? What's good in y'all neck of the woods? Y'all ready for the new year? 2026 is on the way. Make sure y'all hit the like button. I appreciate that. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I appreciate that. Let me do a little bit of moving while I'm waiting on y'all. Stick 'em. That's what they call the stick 'em. What's going on with you? What's going on? Gerard Smith, what's happening? Jake Freeman, what's happening? I appreciate y'all. Mario and friends, what's good? Splash, never seen you before, but I'm glad to see you now. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It's your boy, Coach Carl. Mr. 58 is the new 28. Somebody swimming? Man, it's cold outside. Too cold to be swimming. Try a pistol. What that gonna do? Give me time in jail? Hey, look, it always works in the streets. It's better than laying down. Better than laying down, dog. Was I not alive in 2014? Yeah, I was alive in 2014. So I'm still alive now. I liked and sub. Appreciate it, Splash. No, I don't eat chillins. I'm vegan. I don't eat no meat. Smoking crack helps. For somebody. But look, I ain't about to give my money away to no drug. Y'all know the deal. Ain't nothing but a drug. I don't give my money away to Tylenol. Hey, look, Mario and friends, I appreciate your subscription, dog. Make sure y'all hit the like button for your boy. Keep it working. Keep it popping. Let me show y'all something. This is what you do when you. This is what you do when you're fighting somebody. If you got hand speed like that, you don't gotta worry about him. But once you hit him about 16 times, and he only hit you once, you know what's gonna happen next? He gonna be taking a cat nap. Gotta put him to sleep though. You gotta put him to sleep. You see how fast I threw those punches and I came back and I won't breathe hard? That'll let you know something. You gotta be in shape. You can't just be out here throwing punches. A lot of people like to talk about the streets like I ain't never been there before. Bro, I done got punched in the face. I done got hit in the head. I done got cut. I done got shot at. Guess what? I'm still here. You know why? Because my father, God protects me. 357 Magnum, I used to own one of them. I don't own no more guns though, bro. Now I got swords. I got hammers and swords and pocket knives. That's what I do with. What if they know how to kick? Hey, look, you must not have been on my channel before. Baby Bubba, let me tell you something. Hey, look, I like the name though. Real talk, Baby Bubba. Look, Baby Bubba, I got 20 years of martial art experience, along with 20 years of boxing experience, along with wrestling, judo, jiu-jitsu, and 52 blocks. And everywhere I go, see what I got on right now? Black sweatpants, sauna suit jacket. But guess what? I carry this everywhere I go because it's small enough to not go to jail for. But guess what? I don't care if you can kick. I can kick too. I've been kicking for 20 plus years. I taught karate for 20 years. You see what I'm saying? So we gon' bypass that part of the conversation. All right? Just so you know, Baby Bubba, super lover, undercover. It looks good on the bag. Hey, look. Money Mayweather. Hey, look. Money Mayweather undefeated. So if it look good on the bag and Money Mayweather's undefeated, what that's saying about me? Bro, say carry a gun. Hey, look, man, you get jail time for a gun, bro. You don't get jail time for no 3-inch knife. Hey, look, you better ask somebody. Man, I got a sword. If I'm gonna carry something, it's gonna be a sword. I wanna make a statement. I'm gonna make a statement, bro. So we have to register you as. Hey, look, they been did that when I was a kid, bro. You get a black belt, you get registered. If I punch somebody in there, they gonna sue me. Hey, no, it ain't. A knife fight to a gunfight seem crazy unless the guy can't get the gun out. You see what I'm saying? I'm like Steven Seagal. You ever seen somebody shoot him? Man, I got a lot of experience. Let's just say that. I'm a street fighter. I've been a street fighter since the day I was born. Fighting to live. Oh, you get time? Hey, look, what state you from? Bro, you can't have a gun. If you pull a gun out on somebody, whether you legal or not, you pull a gun out on them, that's a charge. That's a charge, player. I got friends that work in the police department. I got my homeboy is the chief of the police department, and my other homeboy was the assistant chief until he retired. But look, I appreciate that though. Look, you ain't gotta tell me how to stay out of jail. I know how to do that. I'm 58 and I ain't never been to jail. I was smarter than the police officers. Dante Kenny Rogers, what's good, dog? Baby Bubba say he in Harlem. Hey, I got friends in Harlem. I got friends in Boogie Down Bronx. I got friends in Brownsville, Brooklyn. I got friends in Red Hook. I hung in all the places that you probably don't go. Hey, look, guess what? Him guy, until that 45. Let me explain something to you about me. Just in case you don't know. Just in case, him guy don't know. I'm ready to die. I done lived a long time, bro. If it hit me, it hit me. If it take me, it take me. I'm that kind of guy. I'm not the sucker that you think I am. I'm that kind of guy. I tell people, look at my profile. Read my profile. I ain't afraid of nothing. In fact, I'm almost waiting to die. I'm 58. Ain't none of my friends still here. Hey, look. So when you come for me, come ready. I don't think you understand who I am, bro. But look, I ain't gonna sit here and play with you. I ain't gonna play with you. I ain't gonna lie to you either. Hey, look, I don't care about no lead. They could be hot. Look, hey, look, hold on a second. I got something for you. When you're reaching for your gun, this is what I want you to think about. This is what I want you to consider. I'm reaching for my gun, and he pulled this out. What you think gonna happen? What you think? You tell me what you think gonna happen, cause I ain't poking you. I'm gonna have your arm on the ground. Look, bro, you talking to a real ninja. Hey, look, I'm a real ninja, not a Negro, a real ninja. You feel what I'm saying? Peace, coach. What it is, man? I already got Jesus, bro. I got baptized when I was knee high to a grasshopper, like 8 years old. My daddy was a preacher. That sword gonna make everybody think. When you see it come out, and you got to go like this, cock, cause you ain't loaded already, and you ain't got the safety off. You ain't no gangster. So when you see it, it's a wrap. You like, oh snap, arm flangering, ear gone. Hey, look. Hey, man, ain't nobody no YouTube fighter. You a clown if you think that. You can't think that about me, dog. You ain't known me to be on YouTube until you just got on my page, because I ain't never seen your name. So you don't know I'm on YouTube nothing. I'm straight from the streets, bro. I ain't from no daggone YouTube. This is new to me. I'm 58. You think I've been on YouTube? I've been on YouTube for 2 years. Hey, look. We're gonna get off this subject, because y'all about to write a check. Y'all about to write, like I said back in my hood, you about to write a check that your butt can't cash. Hey, look, so that's how we gonna live it. Unc, I'm telling you, that's what, hey, look, yeah. Hey, look, come on, man. One more thing, we're gonna get off this subject. We're gonna talk about something better than this. It's New Year. I'm from Hampton, Virginia. I'm from HPTVA. If you don't know what that is, just look at Allen Iverson. He from right down the street, right round the corner. I own barbershops from 1992 to 2020. He was a customer in my barbershop when he was in the, I think I started cutting him when I was at another barbershop. He was in the 8th grade. That's the city I'm from, Hampton, Virginia, home of Allen Iverson. Michael Vick, you know who that is? 20 minutes away from here. Michael Vick live in Newport News, and Hampton and Newport News are next door to each other. But no, I won't with the dogs. I don't fight dogs. AI was a bad man. AI is still a bad man. He can still take the average person to the hoop. That's the deal. Where we come from, hey, look, man, I took some fighters to a fight in North Carolina one time. And the guy said he was betting on fights. He was just there betting on fights. And so he asked me, he said, man, where y'all from? I said, Hampton, Virginia. He said, ain't that where Allen Iverson from? I said, yeah. He said, I'm betting on these guys. The guy said, why? He said, because Allen Iverson fast. These guys going to be fast. And then my son beat the crap out of dude. First round, knockout. So then, that's what we do, man. Y'all want to see? We fast down here. We fast. Woo! Boy, you get adrenaline when you start punching that fast. I punch so fast, I be hitting myself. I just like to have fun online, man. People think I'm a YouTuber, like I'm like this lifelong YouTuber. Man, I ain't know nothing about YouTube. I used to watch videos on YouTube, watch guys come up. I ain't never thought about YouTube. I sent my son a video when he went in the army. I sent it to him to Germany. And I had to send it by YouTube because you can't send a 10-minute video through a cell phone. So I sent it. And 2 weeks later, I had 8,500 views. So I kept sending it. And then I said, let me check to see what you got to do to be a YouTuber. So when I looked, it said 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. I said 700 subscribers and 5,000 watch hours. That's why I got a channel. So now I got 50,000 subscribers. And thanks to y'all. Am I married? Yeah. Been married 34 years, dog. Hey, if you see AI versus Jordan in 26, Jordan ain't gonna be doing nothing. He ain't in the shape he was in. AI got that street shape. He's still in shape. So who assaulted your little brother when he was 6, 8? Zach Rowe 6175. I don't know who you talking about. Did you go to China to learn to be a ninja? Nah. Hey man, Zach, stop playing, man. Why you on my channel telling lies, bro? Nah, man. I learned in America. I took karate when I was a little guy. I studied sword. I studied weapons, period. So I studied everything from tonfa, size, butterfly knives. I studied nunchucks. And I specialized in the bow when I was a kid. The long bow stick. I specialized in the bow. As I got older, I started studying the sword. What's the word? Elijah Scott 7235. What's good, dog? Man, glad to have you up here. Make sure y'all hit that like button for your boy. And if you're not on my channel, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Somebody said you the next Black Dynamite. Hey, look, man. I'm just trying to tell people the real deal about me, man. There ain't no sense in faking. If you gonna come up here and fake, don't come up here. Look, you got a lot of trolls that just be trying me just to see what I'm made out of. Man, you know what I'm saying? But, I ain't really sweating them, dog. Hey, look. Prison C, whatever, dog, man. Hey, look. You just want to get a comment in. If you want to get a comment in, you just, thanks, bro. Thanks for the comment. You just want to get one in. You one of them clowns that just want to say something just to hear yourself talk. But I ain't mad with you. I'm glad you up here, though. It's funny, man, because every single day I get online, people ask me, why do people get on my channel and hate? They don't really hate me. They don't know me to hate me. Let me tell you why y'all get on my channel? Because y'all want to be famous. Y'all realize that the channel keep growing and y'all want to be famous. You know you'd be more famous if you got up here and you said something that made sense and people remember you for that. But y'all under 18 years old. And every time you're under 18 years old, you don't really have no conscience. You don't really have no soul. So you get up here and you just start talking stupid stuff. You don't know nothing else to say. So you just say something stupid. And you figure that we're supposed to think it's educated. We're supposed to think it's smart. It's stupid. You being stupid. and that's the truth. You ain't gaining nothing from it. All your homeboys that's watch you at the crib is like, you stupid, man. You shouldn't do that. You stupid. I'm telling you that now. You stupid, man. You shouldn't be doing that. Hey, look, but the bottom line is these guys be getting up here and they be saying, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, or you don't teach, or you can't fight. But then 10 statements later, they're making another statement. 10 more statements later, now let me ask y'all a question for all the educated people up here. How many channels have y'all ever been on, or how many people have you ever seen that you didn't like, but you still seen them? You still hung with them. So that'll let you know right now. All these fake trolls, all these wannabes, that's what they're doing. They like me. They just can't tell y'all that. See, because if they ain't like me, they wouldn't be up here. They wouldn't hear nothing I had to say. They can tell me a whole story I said. Because they want to be up here. They want to hear the story. They just think it's funny. They ask them what the grades are. Ask them what the grades are in school. Because all of them still in school. Ask them what the grades are. D's, C's, D's, and F's. They lucky to get a C on the exam. Because they really don't have it. But the bottom line is they could have it. Yo, so they talk about something else? Oh yeah, I got you. We on to it. Hey look, we on to it. Hey look, so what y'all got going on for the new year? What y'all got going on for the new year? What y'all got going on? Y'all headed out somewhere? Some of y'all headed out? Y'all got a party at the crib? Make sure if y'all headed out and y'all start drinking, make sure you call a ride home, because I don't want nobody to be locked up tomorrow on the 1st. Don't make much sense to be locked up on the 1st. Hey, man, well, look, Barry McCockner is a smart guy. He's a smart guy. Said, drinking beer? I used to drink beer back in the day, and I don't knock nobody for drinking it. If you like it, drink it. If you need it, drink it. With me, I stopped drinking it because I ain't need it and I really didn't like it. Say you plan to come to the USA? Somebody say, praise white Jesus. What difference does it matter what color he is? If Jesus picked colors, then we in trouble. That means that he saved everybody but a certain group. He didn't save the white group. He didn't save the black group. He didn't save the Chinese group. And Jesus don't pick colors, bruh. What am I planning to do? Man, sit, watch TV. Me and my wife, a normal night for us. We don't go to bed till like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. We just watch TV. We find something to watch, not regular TV, but we find something to watch, like a movie or something like that. And then we just watch it. And then when it get to about 10 minutes to 12, we'll stop it and salute the new year coming in. And then we go from there. Hey, look, they all think, people think Jesus is the color that they want him to be. Jesus is sitting up in the sky right now, just laughing. Jesus got a sense of humor too, so he just laughing at all these people that think he look one way, but he look another way. All you gotta do is read the Bible, but they don't read that part. They don't read the part that don't say what they want them to say. Don't say what they want to hear. They don't read that part. People are always trying to tell you what color Jesus is and how his hair looked and what kind of clothes he wore and where he lived at. He lived in their hood. I had this dude one time that told me every time he woke up, Jesus was talking to him. I said, if Jesus was talking to you that much, he ain't talking to nobody else. So you got to understand, it ain't always Jesus that's talking to you. Hey, look, it's cold over here, dog. It was 18 degrees this morning. Say, you know you're not going to start nothing. Hey, look, me neither. You can't, bro, because it's real. Hey, look, skin of copper, hair of wool. They think that mean, you know what they think that mean. I ain't going to try to tell because I ain't trying to bust nobody out. Y'all feel what I'm saying? But we know what that mean, and we know who ain't happy about that. We know who ain't happy. I subbed. I appreciate it, dog. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. I try to keep it 100. I ain't mad at nobody, and I hope nobody ain't mad at me. We going to keep this thing popping. Hey, look, for all those that think I'm a YouTube warrior, think what you will. But I just let you know, I just got on YouTube like 2 years ago. I went from 0 to 50,000 subscribers in 2 years. And I try to teach people how to do it because I didn't know how to do it either. I watched people and I saw what they be saying because I already had the subscribers before I started watching videos that said, this is how you build your page. This is how you build your subscribers. It's a bunch of lies. Trust me, don't follow none of that stuff. If you want to know how to build it, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you to build it. Build it on common sense. And when you get online, don't listen to the haters because they're going to talk you out of it. You know, my mom used to always tell me misery loves company. Then when you got people that's floundering, they want you to flounder too. You got people that's high, they want you high too. You got people that's stealing, they want you to steal too. But I train, so I want people to train too. I eat right, so I want people to eat right too. I ain't up here telling lies, so I want y'all to keep the truth too. You know what I'm saying? That's how I go. So tips on how to be fit without radio and no equipment. Okay, I think you said without equipment. All right. Hey, look, I teach people all the time. The basics in training is this. Do what's called a 50 package. A 50 package is nothing more than 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, 50 squats, 50 jumping ropes, jumping jacks, 50 forward and backwards arm rotations, and then walk or run for 30 minutes a day. That's 15 minutes away from the house and 15 minutes back to the house. That'll get you in shape. Right there. That's all it takes. And thank you for the super. Appreciate the super, dog. Everything counts, bruh. 100. Push-up bars versus hand push-ups. What's better? They both are. I like hand push-ups and push-up bars, but I use push-up bars on the front of my station. I use those. They about this tall. I also got some separate ones too. I use those. They about the same. The reason why I like push-up bars because it allows you to go down and split the chest a little bit more. That's what it does. These are the ones I used to use. I used to use these ones, and now these are built onto the bottom of my station. My pull-up station. So they built onto the bottom of my pull-up station. But either way, man, as long as you're doing push-ups, that's the only thing that matters. Evening, sir. I appreciate your wisdom. Now we both know Father God gave you and it shows others still be grateful. Thank you, Coach. Exactly. People don't understand, man. I tell people all the time, the reason I'm still here is because God kept me here. Trust me, he ain't had to keep me here. Dude, I've been shot at. I've been swung at. I've been stole on. I've been hit with a stick. I've been chased by dogs. I've been chased by fathers climbing out of their daughter's bedroom window because I was stupid. All of that, bruh. And at 58 years old, I still live to tell about it. I ain't never been sick. I ain't had a common cold since I was 23. The year before I got married was the last cold I had. I don't take no medicine, no high blood pressure, no diabetes, no high cholesterol, nothing. Bottom line, God is keeping me here for a reason, and I'm hoping that it's to talk to y'all to get y'all on the right page. Cause somebody got to be the words of wisdom. You can't always depend on the church. The church is good, depending on what church it is. But I'm telling you something. I would rather listen to a preacher preaching the street that was preaching for free than one that's gonna keep passing the plate around. And I'm sitting there watching this dude. He got on diamond cufflinks, a diamond baguette bracelet, diamond rings, diamond earrings. He got on everything. But he telling me that God blessed me with all this, and all your congregation blessed you with all that. That's the bottom line. Let me explain something to you. It used to be called street preaching. People don't do that no more. See, because they don't want to go outside and deal with the pimps and the prostitutes and the drug dealers and the thugs and the gangsters. They don't want to do that. But what did Jesus do? That's who he talked to. That's who he talked to. So with that being said, guess who's outside? Guess who's running up and down the street talking to everybody? Devil got more workers than Amazon. Devil got more workers than Amazon. Amazon got trucks on every street and jumping out, delivering packages to every house. That's the devil. The devil is out there working just like that. While you got the preachers in the church. I remember one time, man, I walked in 7-Eleven. It was in the morning. And I walked in 7-Eleven and I spoke when I walked in to, well, it was a guy walking out when I was walking in. I thought he was leaving. He was going to his car and I was coming in. So I said, yo, what's up, man? He ain't say nothing to me. I walked right in. I had a hoodie on, sweatpants, track jeans. Same thing I always wear. I walked in when I got my stuff. When I came to the counter, he was at the counter. He had the lady on this side. I had the lady on this side. So I walked into the lady. She said, hey, you doing, coach? I said, what's up with you? She said, how the class going? I said, everything's good. She said, you got any students got fights coming up? I said, yes, man. We're going to Atlanta. We're going to fight in Atlanta this weekend. It was like I think it was a Sunday morning, but the next weekend we was going to Atlanta to fight. And so he looked at me. He said, you a coach? I said, yes, sir. He said, how many students you got? I said, 131. He said, you got 131 students? I said, yes, sir. I got the biggest gym in the state of Virginia. He said, well, let me give you my card. And so when he gave me his card and I looked at it, it said pastor. So I said, dude, you a preacher? He said, yeah. I said, why didn't you speak to me when I was outside? He said, you spoke to me? I said, yeah. I said, how you doing, sir? He said, I must not have heard you. Come on, yo. You heard me, but I wasn't important. Because to him, I looked like a thug. He didn't want to talk to me because I looked like a thug. But when he heard me talk, he realized I wasn't a thug. I've been a thug. I know what it's like to be a thug. But, hey, look. I told you the devil got more workers than Amazon. Let's keep it real. Let's see. Let me see. Appreciate the sub. Appreciate the super dog. 100. And that's my favorite number. For real. What with age, push-ups, decent, but I need to work on my core to improve. Hey, look. I'm going to drop a video today on core. So you got to Google it. I don't know what the name, I don't remember what let me get out the phone. Let me see. I got 2 fitness channels, but you can find it. You can find the video by just going and putting it in the search bar. I'm going to drop it right now while I'm sitting online. I was going to drop it when I got offline, but now I'm going to drop it right now. I'm going to the private and turning the private to public because I want to be able to tell you about it and you can do it. It's called, watch this now, If You Have 4 Minutes, Try This by Coach Carl. Anybody up here want a good crunch and ab routine? If you have 4 minutes, then try this. That's the name of the video. And if you want your abs to look like your boy Coach Carl's, if you got 4 minutes, try this. Trust me. Just put it in the search bar, Coach Carl, or write it on a piece of paper. Or go back to this video at 29 minutes. I'm going to talk about it because it's at 30 minutes and 33 seconds right now. So at 29 minutes, you can catch it again. All right? Turd Goblin 6113. I like how you said that. Wow, that forehead. All right, now this is what I want you to remember. If you know a rapper named Toosii, Toosi, Toosii, he's a rapper, really good. He said, back when I was in high school, they used to laugh at me about my voice. Now my voice is making money. So with that being said, you might be laughing at my forehead now, but when my forehead is rich, what you gonna be doing then? Remember that guy with the forehead? He rich now. So let's keep it 100. I don't mind having a big forehead. It means I got a big brain. Am I a Christian? I'm a Baptist. I believe in Jesus. Let's see. Say it's a combo of God and how you take care of your body. All these man-made medicines. There are countries, even in America, who people lived a long time without. Man, hey, look, man, the world is a tricky place to be in. Excuse me. If you go to McDonald's and get French fries in the United States of America, do you know that our French fries are not made like the French fries in Germany? Because Germany prohibit some of the oils that we use to make our fries. That's why you got a whole bunch of heavyset Americans. Whole bunch of us. Whole bunch. Don't know how to eat, don't know how to sleep. Can't get out the stress. Say they have a place, but we shouldn't depend on it. Bottom line. Appreciate the super dog. 100. December the 31st, man. We're going to take it into the new year doing real good, dog. Let's see. The old saying, don't judge a book by its cover. Hey, look, he a preacher. He's supposed to know the old saying. Say, I took a crunch this morning. Okay. Doing good. You can learn from anyone on this earth, even the ones you think may be less educated than you. Hey, look, you can learn from anybody on this earth depending on who they are. Hey, look, I told my father I was learning from him even when he didn't think he was teaching me. That's a powerful statement. I was learning from my father even when he didn't think he was teaching me, which means every bad habit, every argument, the way he dealt with people, the way he handled people, the way he respected people or disrespected people, the way he lived his life, the way he carried out his business. I was learning from him, even when he didn't think he was teaching me. So if you don't want your child or your friends or your family to do what you're doing, then don't do it around them. Got it? That's simple. Let's see. Look, you don't believe that, dog. Hey, look. Damian Brown, 5007. Hey, look. I appreciate you being up here, man. But you know what I always tell people? This is a sucker-free channel. So if I find a guy up here just talking to hear himself talk and not talking to help out the chat, guess what I do to him? I'm going to give you 10 seconds to figure it out. Would you share an experience of what truly turned you back to the Most High? Asking Coach, because it's been a fight. Man, I met my wife after praying to God to send me somebody that would help bless my life. I met my wife. We dated for 8 months. Got married, been married 34 years. The one thing I promised God that if he sent me a wife, I would do right by my wife, and I would have a family, and I would do right by my family, which means I can't be no thug. I can't be no drug dealer. I can't do none of that because I'm not going to be right. I'm going to raise kids that's going to be productive citizens in the world. I'm going to raise a daughter that's going to learn how to find a man, the real man, not these guys out here with their pants hanging down and they thugs and they trying to be something that they're actually not. All right. So in order for me to do that, I had to be right. I can't make somebody else right while I'm doing wrong. So I had to be right. So I lived by that motto. So now I have one son that's 33 years old that is a human resource specialist in the Army in Germany. I got a son that's 31 years old that is an intelligence specialist for the U.S. Navy through the government. Then I have a daughter that's 27-year-old that's got a bachelor's degree from college, and now she's executive for a mortgage company. Nobody lives at home. Everybody had the skills to go out and live on their own. Both of my sons are married, and my daughter's currently in looking. She waiting for the perfect person. But let me tell you what I tell women. A woman's heart should be so intertwined with God that you would have to find God, seek God to find her. You can't find her without finding God first. People don't understand. They out here looking for these girls that's in the club. And then they want to make them into a wife. You met them in the club, dog. She met you in the club, dog. Y'all ain't going to be right for each other. Unless y'all change y'all lives. Say America uses more sugar than most countries. Hey, look, America put sugar in everything, bro. Everything. That's why we got so many sick people over here. We got so many diabetics over here. A lot of countries use more. Hey, look, brown sugar. Yep, they need to do more of that. I hit you with a like on your video. I appreciate it, dog. You made an impact with God. At the bottom line, I made an impact, and it helped me out. And then I had to live a different life. And then one day I woke up and I wasn't in shape. So then I made another deal with God. I'm gonna get in shape, but when I get back in shape, I'm gonna try to get everybody else in shape. That's what the channel's all about. I'm a boxing instructor, a karate instructor, a fitness influencer, a vegan lifestyle, vegan athlete. So when you see me, you see what I teach. This is what I teach. Do I have a criminal record? That's a funny question. No, I don't have a criminal record. The only time I would have had a criminal record. The only time I went before the judge, I was 18 years old, and I was a thief. I'm going to tell you just like it is. I was a thief. I used to steal out of stores and stuff like that. But when I got caught, I wasn't stealing. I was with a group of guys that were stealing, and I was the last one out the store, so the police asked me if I was with those guys. I was like, nah. So they held me. They said, look, don't go nowhere. I'm call the police. I said, okay, I'll stand here. I ain't had no reason to leave because I ain't had nothing. I could have just bucked out the store and ran. But why? I ain't had nothing. So when the police came, they said, who were the guys? I said, I ain't know them because you don't tell them the guys from your neighborhood. I won't stupid. I got to live in that neighborhood. So I went to court, and I got a lawyer, and I went to court, and the judge asked me the same thing. And I said, I don't know him. He said, well, I'm going to give you 3.5 years probation to think about it. I was 18 years old. I left out the courtroom, and I read the bylaws of probation. When you're on probation, you have to have a job or be a full-time college student. I didn't want to go to college. Just me, I didn't want to go. So by going to and having a job, I went to fill out the job applications, and I kept lying on the applications. I wanted a time that I knew they wouldn't give me. They're never going to give an 18-year-old a morning shift. They wanted me to work in the afternoon to at night. So I kept asking for the morning shift. So they said they ain't have a morning shift. So when I went back to my probation officer, I was like, they ain't got a morning shift. And she was like, hey, you better do something because you're going to be in contempt of probation. So by reading the bylaws, I understood it was two things I needed to do. One was get a job, but the other one was go to college. So I decided to enroll in college. So I went to Thomas Nelson Community College, 2-year school. So when I got there, after the first report card, I had all A's and 1B. I had 5 classes. I had 4 A's and 1 B. So bragging to my probation officer when I came back the next month, I showed her my report card. She said, this your report card? I said, yeah. She said, oh, you pretty smart. I said, yes, ma'am. I'm not trying to waste none of my time. She went and made a copy of it. And then I didn't know nothing about what she was going to do with it, but she made a copy of my grades. I put it in my backpack and I left and went home. You go to the probation officer once a month. 2 weeks later, I got a letter in the mail. It says, all the charges against me have been dropped by the city of Hampton in the state of Virginia. That was the end of my tenure because the judge told me if you come back in my courtroom again, I'm gonna lock you up. That was the end of that. So that's if I got a record, that's what my record gonna say. Hey, look, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it for finding my channel, the whole 9. Look, that's what I say, man. God keep following me even when I try to run from you. And look, it's a whole lot of us that's running. Somebody right now is watching this channel and they saying, I need to turn my life over to God. I need to do something different with my life. And they not though. And you said, was the judge wrong? No, the judge wasn't wrong. He told me if I come back in that courtroom again, he gonna lock me up. And I ain't never been back in that courtroom. Cause I was 18 then. I was 21 when I graduated from college. No, 22 when I graduated from college. I was 23 when I got my barber's license. I was going to regular college, community college in the morning from 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, and then 11, from 9 to 11, from 8 to 9:30 and 9 to 11. So I was going 5 days a week, right? I go to barbershop at 11:30 every day. Got off at 6 o'clock, went to barber school at night from 6:30 to 9. I did that for 2 years. I got my barber's license at 23, right before I turned 23. I got my barber's license in August of the same year I turned 23 in November. When I turned 24, I opened up my first shop. And that was in 1992. So no, the judge was right. He gave me a break. He gave me a break, and once he gave me a break, I took advantage of it. I ain't never looked back. And now I try to keep other people from doing that, because I could have went to jail. I could have told on some guys and got shot. You know how that is too. And say, heard that, my brother or sister in Christ, if we're going to run, let's run back to him. Exactly. I was born in 93, sir, and I was a carjacker and a robber. Hey, look, we all had to check a pass, bro. That's how we learn things. You think I can come up here and have knowledge? You can't have knowledge of a situation you've never been through. If I tell all the things I did before I turned 18 years old, they probably come and arrest me now. Happy New Year. Risk 1 versus 1. People ask me all the time, where did I get this knowledge from? Being outside, getting punched, getting clipped, called bad names. Hey, look, it is what it is. But guess what? I outgrew all that. I outgrew it. Once you outgrow it, what you do with it? What you do with your time then? You do something better with it. Because you can't keep doing the same thing and expecting something different to happen. Yep, some experiences I had in life I wish I didn't have. But it's part of the program. It's part of the program. You got to go through a whole lot of stuff to get to the other side. And look, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit that like button and let the algorithm know that when we up here, we having some good conversations about real life. It ain't always about boxing. It ain't always about karate. Sometimes it's just about life. Man, I was getting thirsty. See this bottle right here? Just Kicking It. Just Kicking It is an organization in Hampton, Virginia, from a young lady I know that are doing real positive things in the community. Helping people with groceries for Thanksgiving, helping kids with toys for Christmas, and the whole 9 yards. So if y'all get a chance and y'all online, especially on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, go to Just Kicking It. Support this business right here, because they're doing a lot of things that a lot of us wish we could be doing. And I'm going to tell you what, the water in this bottle tastes better in this bottle. Maybe it's because of what it is. Remember all the things BLM did to help the community? Yeah, man. And then they stopped instantly. And now it's still crime. And still, you got to remember something, man. I'm not knocking BLM at all. I'm not knocking them at all. But when BLM was in the game, they was raising money. They was raising money that was going to help them help the community. It's funny because they made a lot of money, and not all the money was spent back in the community. That's what the consensus was. So you got to be real careful. Yep, you know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? They bought themselves some mansions and invested that money and did very, very little. They did something because they had to do something to keep getting the money. So they was doing something. They just wasn't doing what they promised they was going to be doing. And I don't want to be that guy. I tell y'all, man, if y'all ever hear, and I play the lottery a lot, and I win, but I don't win the big one. But if I ever win the big one, or if I ever become a millionaire, and you see it, read about it, talk about it, anything, all I want you to do is come on this line the day after and say, I remember when you said this story, coach. Everybody that online with me at that time, I'm going to send them a check. It's going to be just that simple, because money ain't never got me up in the morning. but it's going to help other people. Money is a tool to use to take care of the things you got to take care of. And I've always had my things taken care of. So I would love to get some of this money that we be talking about, the real money, and take care of some other people with it. And you don't got to ask twice. I'm going to say this. You see me online right now. You read my name, Coach Carl 757. Mr. 58 is the new 28, or Carl Parker. Any one of them names you see get rich, I'm going to have a big session the next day, and I'm going to know who I'm talking to because I know who I'm talking to now. I can go back and look at the transcript and see everybody that I've been talking to. See who was here that day I said it. I'm going to send everybody a check. You can mark my words. So you got 2 chances to get rich. One is on you and the other one's on me. Say you from Detroit, dog? Home of Crunk? I'm from Virginia, dog. Hey, look, man. If I had free money to give away right now, I'd send you a check right now. But I'm gonna tell you what, though, you ain't gonna have to say it but once. All you gotta do is just come online and say I was here on that day, and I'm gonna know exactly what you're talking about. So West Virginia is like 8 hours from here. I live in the eastern part of Virginia, where you hear about Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Virginia, Hampton, Virginia, Newport News, Virginia, Michael Vick, Allen Iverson, Keyshawn Davis, Sweet Pea Whitaker. We all live like 20 minutes from each other. West Virginia is like a whole nother place. They more like country to where we at. People call this a baby New York. Everything, we got everything here. Our city is not like, it don't have a lot of grass. Grass in front yards of houses. But when you downtown, it's all kinds of stores, shops. It look like baby New York. That's why when I was in high school and people come here from New York, they wanted to stay. The Doctor 660, I appreciate you being here. No matter what you think it could be whatever you want it to be. But I appreciate you being here. Those that know me know who I am. Coach, it is harder training women than guys. Or have you ever trained women? Yeah, I trained women. It wasn't no harder. I mean, it depends on the women. The women that came in my gym, they wanted to learn. And I have a knack for being able to teach. So, and look, I teach them the same way. I had girls that was just as good as guys. Throw hands just as good as guys. Didn't complain about nothing. Then you got the ones that wanted to be baby, but then you got the guys that wanted to be baby. So I don't think it's no different. I think it's all in who come in your gym. Plus, when they talk to you, they getting a understanding of what you about. So I'm kind of straightforward. I want what you here for. You know what I'm saying? Or you here to learn boxing, you want to box, or you want to do it for self-defense, or you want to do it for fitness. If they say fitness, that's one type of lesson. If they say I want to compete, it's another kind of lesson. I had some that was thorough. Say, I can agree with you that some of these life experiences have been harsh, but still got to be thankful because I know a lot of people that weren't able to learn from them. Exactly. I got a lot of friends, man, that grew up with me on the same street. I'm talking about when we was in the 4th grade sitting on the curb together. And now they in jail. I got friends that been in jail so long, when they finally came out, they was 30. And we was like 12. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. I came from the hood, man. You come from the hood, you're going to hood stuff. Make sure y'all remember now, for all those that want a great core package, great ab and crunch package, it says on my video, it's called, if you have 4 minutes, try this. Put it in your search bar. If you have 4 minutes, try this by Coach Carl. And you'll find my ab and crunch package. I just dropped it a few minutes ago. And if you want to see a great video that I dropped yesterday, It's called The Most Controversial Style in Boxing. I dropped it yesterday. The Most Controversial Style in Boxing. I got a short version and a long version. Short version is like less than 3 minutes. And the long version is like 10 minutes and something. Say Riverside STL. Is that St. Louis? Say, Father God got you in the mountains now. All praises to him. Hey, look, man, I'm trying to go to the mountains. and I want to hang with the monks, bro. I spent a whole lifetime training the way I train, eating the way I eat, thinking the way I think. Now I want to hang with the monks, dog. I want to hang with the monks. Happy New Year, dog. Mark Clark, Happy New Year, player. I want to hang with the monks, man. I believe in the monks. I believe in their peace, their way of thinking. The Lou brother. Rough lifestyle. Man, hey, look, I'm talking about the Lou brother. Hey, look, you ever heard of the Riley brothers? The Riley brothers was a whole family that tore up the streets. They all went to jail. They broke out of jail. And they were still tearing up the streets. The Riley brothers, they were from Richmond, Virginia. Them dudes were straight gangsters. I think they all dead now. I lived on a street with some brothers. 3 brothers. Can't say no names online, but 3 brothers. When they finally got busted, they had $15 million. And this was back in the, like 90, 91, 92. 15 million then is like 50 million now. Hey, look, it's the neighborhood you come up in, man. You can't pick the neighborhood if you ain't got no money. You pick the neighborhood you can afford. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. I appreciate it. And thank you for the supers. Thank everybody for donating to the cause. We gonna win this lottery one day, man. I'm gonna come up here and shock everybody. Because y'all think I'm not gonna do it, but I am. I'll be doing some hustle. And I'd also... Hey, look, that's how I go, bro. That style is very controversial, also to the point where I wouldn't recommend it depending on who you are, who you boxing. You got to be able to turn it on and off. Hey, look, my son is 33 now, but when he was like 18, 19 years old, I spent like 2 years working on that style and would never let him use it. And then one day, he had a guy in the ring that was just as fast as he was, just as witty as he was, just as smart as he was. And because he had the hand speed and had been doing it for a while, I said, dude, we're going to go ahead and drop the guard on him. We're going to drop the guard on him. He was like, drop the guard? I said, drop the guard. He peeled him apart. Peeled him apart. Dude didn't know where it was coming from. He could hit you in places you couldn't even see the punch coming because we're not trained to look from down bottom. We trained to look from right here. Anything coming at you like this, you can see it, but you can't see something coming at you like this. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But that style, man, that's why it's so controversial. It's controversial because you can't teach it to anybody. Just like you can't teach a slow guy to be fast, and you can't teach a fast guy to slow down. People are what they are. So you can't make something into something. You got to take something and work it around. People ask me all the time, are you going to change my style when I was coaching people? I said, no, I want to see your style. Show me their style. I said, I can work with that. I can show you how to accentuate. I was the guy that could do pretty much everything. I was what we call an A to Z coach. I was a one-man band. Know what the word one-man band mean? I was a one-man band. I could teach you from where you are. I had pros come in my gym that want me to just work with them, see what they're doing, and see what I can help them do, and I put them together. Bottom line is the bottom line. I taught everything from every style of art, every style of karate. I taught wrestling. I did it all. Street fighting, I knew it all. I'm going to tell y'all a story that I ain't proud of, but I'm going to tell it to you anyway because I don't like to lie online. I'm going to tell y'all a story I'm not proud of, but I'm going to tell it to you anyway because I don't like to lie online. In my neighborhood, I was so well known for karate that I used to come around the way and guys would tell me, yo, see, I need you to teach me a move, takedown move. I said, for what? He said, we going to the club tonight. We can't take a weapon in there. So we don't even take a guy down. And I'll be like, all right, go behind him quickly, grab him like this, push his back in and pull him down. Just like that. Then he's defenseless. You push his back in, put your hand here, and pull him straight down to the ground. And I taught the gangsters. Hey, look, I ain't proud of it, but I was good at what I did. And they come to me and they ask me for questions that was going to help them survive. They say, yo, show me how to get out of a knife fight. So I was like, okay. You just hold your hands like this and blah, blah, blah. And I would teach them the game. But the bottom line was, it is what it is. I saved a lot of guys' lives like that. They made it a fair fight because some guys was better than them. But like I said, I don't tell these stories for nothing. And I don't have to lie. See, my history speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? I just came up in a neighborhood that was thug. And I came around the way and they knew what I was about. So they would call me, these guys my age. You know, we was all 20, 21. They was getting in the club and they knew they can't take no gun in the club, can't take no knife in the club. So they like, yo, see. Then they started training guys, but they used to come to my house. And I used to put hand wraps on them and show them how to hit the bag. And the thing was, most of the guys were buff. And they would hit the bag and do this and crush their wrists. And I was like, let me show you something. I'm going to show all y'all this at the same time. If you hold your hand like this and take your other hand, you can bend your wrist. Do it. Do it the same time I'm doing it. Hold your hand up like this. Take your other hand and bend your wrist. Now, ball your fists up. Ball them nice and tight. See how your wrists don't bend? You know why? It's that simple. You ball your fist up tight. So when you hear about people hurting their hand and hurting their wrist, you know why they do it? Because they ain't got the fist balled up. There's a whole lot of street fighters that'll hit you with a open fist and then hurt their wrist and hurt their hand. Hit the bag the same way. Ball them fists up nice and tight. Take your hand like this. Close your four fingers. Take your thumb, put it on your ring finger. Turn your hand over. That's your fist. If you look at my fist, you see these two big bones and these two off to the side. These two are supported by the main bone. These two are off to the side. They call floaters. If you hit somebody with these two fingers right here, you're going to break your hand. So when you hit somebody, you hit them like this. These, they can only touch if they're secondary, right? So if you're a boxer and you're a real good boxer, or if you're a fighter and you're a real good fighter, you hear somebody breathing through their mouth, that means they're tired. When they're tired, you hit them like this. Why? Because their mouth open. I ain't got to tell you what's going to happen. If you got your mouth closed, that's what it's going to look like. Got your mouth open, guess what's going to happen? It's going to be broke. I've been in the game a long time. I understand the game. I like Bruce Lee. If you right-handed, what foot you put in front? You put your left foot in front. You keep your right hand. You always keep your power hand in the back. It's keeping your hand in the chamber. That's why they call it keeping your hand in the chamber. A lot of people that's right-handed want to put their right hand and their right foot out front. Well, let me tell you something. You're not going to win a fight unless you knock them out in the first round because your right hand is everything you got. So every time you throw it, you're throwing all your power. When you do that, you're limiting the amount of power you're going to have. So what's going to save you? If you got your best hand out in the front and your best foot out in front, what's going to save you? Nothing. So when he gets to this side of you, the other side, the opposite side of you, you're in trouble. Say that I trained the girl on Kill Bill. No, but I could have. I saw her skills. Yep, I broke my pinky knuckle in a fight when I was young, just like that. Well, now you know. Now it's been explained to you, so now you know. Hey, look, but check this out, y'all. I got to get offline right now. The wife just made it home, and now I got to go through this exercise program with her, and at the same time, get off of here so I can go upstairs and take me a shower. Sean, come here a second. So just so y'all know I ain't playing, I was home, y'all. I was home by myself. Now I ain't home by myself. So I got to get off here now so we get ready to get it work. But look, appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for being up here. So once again, it's your boy, Coach Carl. Mr. 58 is the new 28. And I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side because right about now, your boy gots to go. Holla.